Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the fractions. फ्रैक्शन जो कि भिन्न कहलाता है भग्नांक. तो at first we are understand what is fraction. Okay. In every time we get some types of fractions, which are types of like this 3/6, 1/2. Okay. But to understand better, for the first we have to understand the concept of fraction. That means, what is fraction? A fraction is nothing. It is only a part of a whole when it's divided into equal parts. That means, in this diagram, this one is a whole part. Okay, this one is whole part, and this whole things is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 equal parts. The main thing is that it's divided into equal parts. Here this diagram or this figure is divided into 6 equal parts, and in these 6 parts there are 3 such parts which are filled with a line like such. Then the fraction of this figure can be written as 3/6. Okay, 3/6. That means the whole part is 6, and among these wholes there are only 3 which are shaded. This is right in the numerator. That means a fraction has 2 parts mainly. One is called numerator and other is called denominator. Numerator is always in the upper side and denominator D, that means is always in downside. Okay, that means if I write 2/3, then 2 is the numerator and 3 is denominator. The first thing of the fraction is this. There are 2 things. One is numerator and other is denominator. Now, in this figure, look at the figure. This is a circle. All of you know that this is a circle. And I divide the circle by this line segment into 2 parts. And between the 2 parts, one part is shaded with the line side. Okay? Then what is the fraction of this part? Is this half? My question is this a fraction? What do you see about the fraction? In the first figure, what happened? There are 6 parts. Among the 6 parts, 3 are shaded. Therefore, the fraction is 3/6. Similarly, in this is circle. This means it is a whole circle. It divides by a line into 2 parts. One part is shaded. Then the fraction is what? Is this half or not? Then my answer is this is not a fraction. Then why? This is not a fraction. Then why? Why this is not a fraction? In this case, it's okay, it's right, it is a fraction. But in this case, why this is not a fraction? Because the main thing is, a fraction is only when a whole part is divided into some equal parts. The main thing is equal. The main thing is equal. it can be divided into some equal parts. Then these parts are called the fraction of this whole part. Okay. But in this case, this line cannot divide the circle into two equal parts. That's why this is not a fraction of this figure. Okay. Now, again, one thing is very important, the numerator and denominator. As we know, numerator is always on the upper side of fraction and denominator is always in the downside of a fraction, which is like such, a by b, where a is numerator and b is denominator. Okay. Now look at the other two figures. Here this is a square and it divides into four equal parts. Okay, this divides into four equal parts. Then the fraction, if I shaded only one portion of this square, then the fraction of this square is 1 upon 4. That means 1 by 4, because the whole part is into four equal parts. Therefore 4 is on denominator and only one is shaded, therefore it is numerator 1. If I again shaded with the line into another part, then the fraction of this equal what? 2 by 4. Now if I again shaded with this one, then the figure is now fraction is 3 by 4. And if I shaded whole the parts, then the fraction is 4 by 4. That means 1 which is represent the whole part of the body. Whole part. Okay. That means 1 is always a whole part. The whole things which is given. Again similarly, if we look at the triangle divides into three parts, 1, 2 and 3, and I shaded the first part, then the fraction is what? 1 by 1, 2, 3, total part 3. Among these three parts, only one part is shaded, therefore the fraction is 1 by 3. But this is not a fraction. Why? You already know that to become a fraction, the parts are always divided into equal. But in this section, this is not, three parts are equal. That's why this is not a fraction. Okay. Now, how can we put fraction on number line? This is very important. The students, as you know that when a number is given, we can easily put it into a number line. Say, given 2, then in the number line what has happened? A number line is drawn where 0 in the middle, -1, -2, -3, -4 are the left sides of the 0, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the right sides of the 0. If we are given to plot 2 in the number line, then 1, 2, this is the point. Okay. Or if we are given that draw -3 in the number line, then here is -3 is in the number line. But if we have to plot a fraction in the number line, then how can we plot the fraction into the number line? Let us, given that, plot 1 by 8, 3 by 8, 6 by 8 or 1 in the number line. Now, to plot these fractions in the number line, first we have to know that 1 by 8, 3 by 8, 6 by 8 and 1, these numbers are between which two natural number? Okay. or these numbers are between which two integers? I said integers because it may be minus or it may be plus. So integers is the proper. Now if I saw that 1 by 8, then I have to first know that is it greater than 0 or less than 0. To know this, first I have to divide 1 by 8. Okay. If I divide 1 by 8, then what happens? Here is point given 0, 8 ones are 8, 2, 0, 8 2s are 16, such going on. Okay. Now I saw that if 8 divides 1, then the answer is 0.12 and such going on. Okay. That means in the number line, this point is always in the right side of the 0. Now what happened? Since the given fraction is 1 by 8, that's why I divide 0 to 1 into 8 segments, 8 equal parts. Okay. Here is 0 and I take this one is 1. That means 1 is always what? 8 by 8. 8 by 8 is equal 1. That means the whole part of the body. Okay. Now if this one is 1 and this one is 0, then what is this one? This one is 1 by 8. This one is what? 3 by 8, 2 by 8, 3 by 8, 4 by 8, 5 by 8, 6 by 8 and 7 by 8, and this one is 8 by 8, which can be represented as 1. So if we have to plot 1 upon 8, that means 1 by 8, then our point is what? This point is 1 by 8, 3 by 8, this point is 3 by 8, 6 by 8, this point is 6 by 8, and 1, that means this one, 8 upon 8, 8 by 8 is equal 1. In such way, we can plot the fraction in a number line. Okay students, now we are going to the next topic. The next topic is the types of fraction. Okay, here is the type of fraction. So mainly there are 3 types of fractions. As you know, the first is proper fraction. In the proper fraction, proper means what? Which can be done. Okay. In the proper fraction, a numerator is always less than a denominator. That means numerator is less than denominator. What is? This sign gives what? Numerator is less than denominator. That means denominator is always greater. Okay. Here 3 by 4. This is greater 4. 4 by 6. 6 is greater. 5 by 7. 7 is greater. 4 by 5. 5 is greater. That's why this is called proper fraction. The second fraction is improper fraction. Improper. That means in this case, it is fully opposite to the proper fraction. That means in this case, numerator is always greater than denominator. Numerator is always greater. That means the upper side is always greater than the downsides. 5 by 4. Okay, 5 is greater. 7 by 3. 7 is greater. 4 by 3. 4 is greater. And 6 by 5. 6 is greater. This type of fraction is called the improper fraction. Now, the third fraction is mixed fraction. In mixed fraction, we can write as 1 half, 3 half, 2 half, 1/3. These types of fractions are called mixed fraction. In mixed fraction, there are 2 parts. One part is the whole number and the other part is the fraction. Okay. So we know that there are three types of fraction. The first one is proper, second one is improper, and the third one is mixed fraction. These three types of fraction we have to know. Now, one thing is we have to know that any mixed fraction can be converted into improper fraction. Any mixed fraction. Let us assume 2/3 one. This is a mixed fraction. This is a mixed fraction. If we want to convert into improper fraction, then what happened? The denominator is 3. Here we write 3. Now, how can we get the improper fraction? Please be noted that 3 and 2 is multiply. That means this one is always what? Quotient. When we divided a number, then this one is quotient, this one is remainder, and this one is denominator. So these two are always multiply and add them to the remainder. That means 3 to the 6 plus 1, that means 7. This is the improper fraction. Again, let us take another example. Then what happened? 3 4 ja 12 plus 1, that means 13. In this way, we can convert a mixed fraction into improper fraction. Another example is 6 7 half. Then what happened? 7 is denominator, 7 6 ja 42 plus 1, that means 43. Okay, how can we get 6 into 7? 6 into 7 plus 1, that means 6 7 42 plus 1 42. This is written as here. In such types, we can convert a mixed fraction into improper fraction. Okay, now on the next video, next class, we are discussed about some applications of fractions, use and the need of a fraction. Why should we know fractions concept, such that we can use them in our daily life to solve several types of questions. Okay, please share this video and please subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching. All the best.